What is up, you guys? It is your boy, Reaper Main, and today I had an interesting idea. I've been, lurking on YouTube at work and stuff like that, and I've been coming across these like DBD waifu tier lists, and it's got me to thinking, where is all the love for the fellas, and it's not necessarily because I think the fellas are any more important, it's more so the fact that I think there's some hot-ass dudes in DBD, man. And why not explore the world of the sexy men in DBD, right? Sounds good to me. So I am dubbing this the Battle of the BUSSY today, and we're going to be looking at all of the current in-game male survivors and trying to decipher and decide whose BUSSY is the most premium, plunderable snack of a male orifice that we can get our hands on. So sit back and let's check these guys out, huh? What are we going to take into account? Well, obviously we're going to take the looks of the fella into account, but then also we're going to be thinking about their lore, not so much their perks, because whatever, I don't think that really has anything to do if I want to plunder your BUSSY or not. So mostly just their looks and their lore. So we're going to start out with my man Ace here. So Ace Visconti, not a looker in my opinion, one of the most dapper dressed men in Dead by Daylight, but not the best looking guy. He's like a silver fox kind of thing. He's got that weird crooked smile that I just can't trust. Not to mention, based off his lore, we know that he has a gambling addiction. He's not a very valid life mate, in my opinion. So I'm going to go ahead and put Ace... I'm going to put him in the D tier. I don't think he would have any chance at this BUSSY, and I sure as hell don't want to get into his BUSSY. Bill. Oh, well, okay, where do we go with Bill? So, aside from coming from one of my favorite video game franchises of all time, Bill, he's a good man. Okay, if we're talking about lore, Bill has always been a leader. He's always been a team player. He's been willing to make sacrifices. Not gonna spoil Left 4 Dead 2 for any of you who haven't played the 10-year-old game by now, but Bill can make some sacrifices. He's got a sexy beard. He's got a sexy hat. He smokes cigarettes, which is bad for his health, but it also makes him cooler. Everyone knows that. I think Bill's BUSSY hits the A tier for me. Definitely. Now, we got Dwight. Now, I play Dwight pretty often. He's quite a stylish lad. As far as things are concerned, he can rock a shirt and a tie very nicely. He also likes to be festive around the holidays, which is nice. From a lore perspective, Dwight was always kind of like a, kind of a shy boy, which is kind of cute in a way. Dwight, based off the whole, poisoning of his boss thing, unintentionally, but I'm going to put him in the B. I get down with Dwight's BUSSY, but, it's not at the top of my list for sure. Now, David King. We're moving on to David King. The thing with David, he's very, very fit fella. He's he's not very well dressed, but he has a nice haircut. A lot of his cosmetics, he has very nice hair, and all that. So I have to give him props there. However, his main sort of character element is both a positive and a negative when it comes to invading the BUSSY, basically. We know from the tome lore and from his base lore that David is a fighter. It goes a little deeper than that, but that's kind of the core of it, right? So with David, he would be a good protector, but also he might beat my BUSSY up too much. So David, I think I'm gonna put David in a B, because he's a decent looking fella. Could protect little old me, but at the same time, he might beat me up. I don't really want to be beat up, and I don't want my BUSSY to be, I want my BUSSY to be beat up, yes, sure. However, I don't want it to be absolutely destroyed, and I think David is definitely capable of that. Alright, moving on to Tap. Good old Tap. Well, the thing about Tap is Tap's one hell of a dude. From a lore standpoint, and he's a very handsome fella. Looks good in a vest, looks good in a nice sweater. I know we weren't talking about perks, but he's got some decent perks. He's also from a decent movie franchise. So, Tap, I can't give Tap A. Tap was pretty easy B tier, I think, for me. Now, Jake. Now, if you guys are here from my Twitch channel, you guys would probably assume that I'm going to put my boy up here. I have to say something here. Jake is my name, okay? My name is Jake. I am a Reaper main, but my name is Jake, right? So obviously I'm going to gravitate towards playing the guy with the same name as me. But the thing about Jake is, I don't like him. Like, as a person, I can't really vibe with Jake and his lore. I just cannot. The reason being is my man basically had a full ride all the way through college, and he said, you know what, fuck you guys, I'd rather go off in the woods. And then my man just got sucked up by the entity. So you know what? Should have learned your lesson. Also, he's not that great looking. Most of the time, I rock the bandana mask when I play him, because then you can't see his fucking face. So Jake's hitting C tier. I don't want Jake's Bussy. He's got the same name as me, and that's about as deep as it goes. So I'm sorry, Jake. I'm a Jake main, but it's just basically because he has the same name as me. All right, moving on. Jeff, Daddy Jeff. So yeah, you know, Jeff was a roadie, an artist. I really quite like that about Jeff. I gravitate towards artistic folk and people who like to be creative. I think he's quite handsome. He has a little bit of a beer belly, but that kind of makes him more real to me, right? Like, not a lot of people are jacked or, you know, super sexy. Like, Jeff to me is kind of the quintessential, like, normal person, I think, personally, right? So yeah, Jeff. Where do we put Jeff? I think Jeff's going an A tier with Bill. I think Jeff is a very handsome fella. He's into some good music. He likes doing some art. He seems like a very caring guy. So yeah, Jeff is A tier for me. Now Ash. I shouldn't even put Ash on this list, man. I don't even know where to put you, Ash. So Ash. It's been a long time since I've watched your movies. However, they did do old Ash. I think I'm just going to make this brief because I don't care for Ash in Dead by Daylight, and I don't care for older Ash. I care for I quite enjoy the old Evil Dead movies, like and anything from the series from back in the day. I could go. I think, you know what? I don't think you're as bad as Ace. You're pretty kick-ass, so I'll put you in C tier. Okay, Steve, the Harrington. I mean, I think it's pretty clear for any of you Stranger Things fans that Steve is A or better. I think he's sexy. He's got amazing hair. His hook sounds are great. And yeah, I think Steve is easy A tier material. Maybe S tier. I might have to think about it, but I would get down on some Steve Bussy for sure. He goes from being a complete asshole. He has this huge character arc to where he turns into just such a caring, sweet boy. I love me some Steve the Harrington. Our boy Quentin the Goblin. All right, what do we do with you, Quentin? I don't like Quentin. I think he's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. He's very beautiful, especially in the smiling portrait I have of him. I think Quentin's C tier. I'm sorry. A lot of these licensed characters, except Tap, because he's a god of a man, they're just easy to put in the C tier. I don't really care for their lore in their respective properties that they come from. When I watched the Friday the 13th movie with Quentin in it, I was not really interested in Quentin as a character anyway. And I know we're not talking about perks, but his perks in DBD fucking suck, too. So yeah, Quentin, I'm sorry, you're in C tier. You're not down there with Ace, though, so don't worry. I'm debating moving him to B, but his lore isn't for me, I don't think. And then we got Daddy Felix, the last male character that we have received, as of the uploading of this video. Felix, architect, family man. You know, he went into the fog kind of searching for his dad because he thought his dad got sucked on in. He's fucking beautiful, very sexy man, very well dressed. Like I said, he's caring, he's creative. As you know from Jeff over here, I like me some creative boys. Very fit, very stylish. I think Felix goes in S, and you know what? I think I'm gonna put Chad Steve in S too. I think this is my final tier list. These two men, beautiful, beautiful fellas. I think this is good. I think this is a very accurate representation of the bussies that I would plunder in said order if I were in the fog with the rest of the Dead by Daylight survivors. I think this is where I would be. So yeah, that's where we lie with the male bussy tier list. Honestly, this was just a quick video that I decided to throw up. It's been something I've had floating around in my head for the past couple weeks actually. I figured I'd get around to doing it since I don't got much else to do. So yeah, if you guys like what you see, feel free to subscribe. Also, I am live 7 days a week on Twitch, 11:30 Mountain Time, until basically we feel like ending. So thanks for watching. I will see you guys again very soon, and y'all have a good one. Bye bye.